We have been asking you guys to engage with us on social media, on different platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we'd like to take in your questions. I have some questions that we'd like to talk about today. Remember, I'm Richard Oketch, and you are watching CITAM Church Online. Now, someone asked me a very simple question. How do I walk upright and righteous walk in my life with my different peers and with the different challenges that I have in life? Now, it's very important for us to understand that the walk of faith cannot be done alone. A crucial aspect of realizing your full potential as an individual and in your growth and in your walk with God is through accountability. Accountability is having a group of people you walk together with a common goal. And for us as Christians is to attain righteousness. And at the end of it all, in our walk with God, to hear, "Well done, good and faithful servant." So you need a group of people who you can walk with, engage with consistently, and be honest and vulnerable with, so as to attain the different goals that we have in as far as our relationships are concerned, not only as individuals, but also with God. Now, many people don't have anyone they're accountable to. We don't have someone we're vulnerable with. We don't have someone we're open with. There's no one we talk to about everything and anything. That is why we need accountability. To have people you can talk to about anything and everything. Find people you have common interest with. That is the most important thing. Common interest. Because it's like choosing friends. You can't just go making friends with anyone and everyone. You have people who you feel you connect with and have common interests with. After that, please, one aspect that we encourage people to do is one gender. So for the boys, please get a group of boys. For the ladies, please get a group of ladies and click together and bond over the different interests that are bringing you together, and then you can use that as an opportunity to build relationships for accountability. Another aspect that we'd like to talk about is being intentional. You've come together as a group of friends and said, "Okay guys, we'd like to keep one another accountable. Let's talk about the different aspects of life that we're going through and the different issues that we can help one another with." Because as we are told in the book of Proverbs, as iron sharpens iron, so does one person sharpen another. Now, we need to be intentional about accountability. We've mentioned about how we talk about anything and everything, but you need to be intentional. Set up a meeting plan. Say, we're going to meet every 2 weeks, every month, every day. I know every day is tiring unless you live in the same house. But if you want to be consistent, you need to set a manageable meeting plan. So if it's once every 2 weeks or once a month, just make sure that you have a meeting plan. The other thing that we need to do, even in the meeting plans that we have, and we've talked about being intentional, is to be deliberate and to be vulnerable with one another. It is important for us to note that vulnerability means being open, laying our lives bare in front of each other and one another, and talking about the different issues that we're going through without fear of anyone judging you or anyone thinking that you've messed up and you are irredeemable. You need to be vulnerable with one another. It is very important for you to be vulnerable with one another because that is the best way to interact deeply and form a very stable relationship. And then, please, keep the group intact in terms of safeguarding one another's reputations, one another's habits, one another's stories. Please don't share it with everyone, you know. I know some Christians have the habit of sharing people's prayer requests. You know, we'd like to pray for brother so-and-so. He has been going through this and this and that. And yet this person confided in you. Let us try as much as possible to be discreet in our different accountability groups. So please remember, find people you have common interests with, be intentional about meeting, and be deliberate and vulnerable with one another. That way, you'll be able to talk about different things that affect you in life. Some days, you may not really have to talk about deep things. It's as simple as meeting up and talking about how the week was. Just that simple. How the month has been, the friendships that you've made, the experiences you've had at work, in school, how your project is going, the different assignments you have, if you're preparing for graduation, or you're in whatever formative years of college. It is just important for you to meet with a group of people you have common goals and interests with and talk. That is the essence of accountability. Just talk and build experiences. You can choose to go places together, create memories, and build that lasting friendship. Accountability is very, very important. I have friends who we've decided to work together with all the way from the time we were in high school up until this very moment. We are still friends. We still meet regularly and talk about life. And some of us are now getting married. Imagine friendships that formed in high school when the biggest problem was talking to girls. Now we are planning weddings. Look at how important it is to be part of that entire process. That is the beauty of accountability. You simply get to do life together. So for you who's out there and you're thinking, how do I start? Where do I start from? It starts with fellowship. It is important for you to join a fellowship. If you are not in a fellowship, we'd like to encourage you to join us. We have Sunday services at CITAM Valley Road each and every Sunday from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for the first service. If you like to sleep a little longer on Sunday mornings, please come for the 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. service. If you're a young person, you are in campus or you've just joined campus and you're thinking, I need a group of young people to fellowship with, we have the youth service from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. every Sunday. And for those of us who are in high school, we have Teens Cafe for the teenagers starting from 11:30 a.m. all the way to 1:30 p.m. Please come, we'll join together in fellowship, and I'm pretty sure you cannot fail to get an opportunity to build lasting and intentional relationships that you will work with towards achieving your goals of accountability. I'm Richard Oketch, and you are watching CITAM Church Online.